when I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 169th episode of Abyssal Musings. Nice. My name is Samuel the Infamous. And joining me today, we've got my partner, Lawrence Knight.
Cough, cough.
We also have with us Erin Laura, returning after her sojourn into the wilds of Canada.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Welcome.
Yeah.
And since it's still, as he was saying backstage, still his birthday in the States, happy birthday to Abe.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
It's nice to see that you survived the assassination attempt at that theater, Abe.
Yeah. Reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated.
I've never heard you be more honest.
Welcome in, everybody. So we're back. We're all back. We're all here. It's good to see you guys. Let's say hello to the chat real quick, and then we'll get things rolling. First up, we've got BTK, who is going out of his way to make sure that everybody knows he's first because he says it in all caps 4 times. Welcome in. We've got Erin Laura with us. We have Jacob Gallo in the chat. Howdy. Old Blindy, good to see you, brother. Let's see. We've got. I think that might be everybody so far. But as you come in, we are live currently on Twix, YouTube, and Rumble. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Meantime, that's it. That's all I got. Larry, what's up tonight?
Honestly, guys, not much is up tonight. I mean, we do have a topic for discussion. We've got some stuff to discuss. And I guess we'll give you guys some updates on the new adventure game that we're gonna play. That's gonna be it. Pretty much as I was explaining to Aaron backstage, I was at a wedding tonight, so I'm worn out, and Sam has, of course, as you know, you had some extra work thrown at you while you were at work, so we're pretty BTFO tonight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, before we go too much further, I don't know what it is about StreamYard and your avatar, Abe, but it does not like you. It likes the nipple.
The nipple.
God damn it. Hold on, give me a sec.
It sure did shrink you again.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you make your avatar larger anyway?
Well, you don't like my avatar isn't an avatar so much as it is a background with my camera turned off.
Oh,
okay. So like if I were to put the avatar on, right? All I'm doing is clicking the camera off button. But my actual camera has a shutter on it, which is what allows me to do this.
Okay.
So it's essentially just a virtual background without the camera on. That's all it is.
All right, cool. Sounds like Chinese to me, but hey.
Well, the weird thing is I've got the same setup. But
Aaron, I think somebody's developed a crush.
Huh?
Mm.
Hi, Beak.
She's like, oh, hi, Beak.
Oh, sorry. I was laughing at old Blindy. Timu Abe. The nipple.
Right?
That's hilarious. I love the Hakeem Jeffries meme. Somebody called him the dollar store Obama. I know the Dollar Tree Obama. I wish I had thought about that one.
Yeah. That one's pretty good. So anyway, before I so rudely interrupted you with Abe's wardrobe malfunction,
No, no
What do we
worries.
got going on tonight?
You know, so as I said, I mean, we gotta, I figured we'd have a kind of a bit of a chill night tonight. I do have a topic that we could talk about, and we could go over some of the points of the new game we're going to start. Since somebody did not return their character sheet to me, eh, um,
Mhm.
Gosh.
so we,
Oh
so we can't start
gosh, I
tonight.
spent 2 days so frustrated over that thing.
I did mine in
heard,
10 minutes.
I heard. I talked to Sam, and he's like, man, what did you? Aaron was in my chat saying that she had to redo it like 14 times, and I was just like, oh man, okay, now I feel bad because all I mean, really, all you had to do was it was just based off of the background, whatever your character's background is. So the more descriptive you were, the better your sheet would come out, and it was my fault because I didn't explain what the I'd say what the
Welcome in,
hell,
Amira.
scared the hell out of me. Um,
Hey,
hi.
Hey.
Aaron.
Good evening. Don't. I've been there. I've been in the kitchen today.
Okay, okay, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, you're so sweet.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Old Blindy the other day made a point of calling Larry out for the 100 view bots. I had a game stream earlier this week where we had 120 people watching
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
at peak viewership. Yeah, which was pretty cool and all that. And so the next time around, Old Blindy was like, yeah, thank Larry for all those view bots he bought.
I was like, I didn't buy anything.
Thanks, Larry.
I jumped over, and it's when I came in, he had 114.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
Jumped
a
in
lot
where?
of people watching.
Sam he did a gaming stream. He did a stream the other day of him playing a video game, and he had over 120 people watching it.
Oh, what kind of game
And
was it?
That was a
one of your
Souls-like-
games. It was about you, a vampire video game.
Fun fact,
Can
actually,
you let Sam speak?
I did accidentally make my character look like you, and so I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just name her Amira."
That's why I said what I said. That's exactly what it. When I saw him play, before I even knew what the character's name was, I saw her and I was like, "Yep, I know who that is."
I didn't even know that happened. I'm gonna check it out. What happened?
Check out the most recent game shorts. It's featured pretty prominently in some of them.
Code
Oh
Mira.
Oh my gosh! Did you win it?
Oh yeah, I finished it the other night. But yeah, it was really surprising to see that many people watching. It was very, very cool. But like you see those numbers and it's almost like it's not even real. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't know I'm just gonna act like they're not there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to talking to the 5 people who are actually commenting in chat.
Yeah. You have to pretend. That's right.
Then he beats the game and the credits are going up, and then Sam starts doing a review of the game.
Yeah, well,
well, they could have done something about the turn radius when you move the character, and
I never mentioned the turn radius.
The colors could have been more contrasted.
They could have been richer.
Yeah,
that's kind of the point, though, isn't it? Like they want to know what I think, and overall I liked it, but I had some criticisms, and that's why I voiced them.
Oh gosh.
The problem is nobody had asked him what he thought. Like as soon as he beat the game, he just started criticizing it.
No, Larry, but you see, that's the thing. Larry, he gets a little bit of viewership. All of a sudden, he thinks everybody care about how he feel.
Oh no! Honestly, it was because otherwise I would have had nothing to say for like the fucking 5 minutes it took the credits to roll.
Sure did.
Well, maybe people came for the silence.
And then it had another 4 hours of playtime after he beat it, after the credits.
It was worse than Return of the King, man. There were so many endings.
Oh.
It took forever to finish that fucking thing.
That's hilarious.
So, but no, it was a good time, and shout out to all the people who showed up to that because you guys were awesome. And then like the next day, it had double that in total views.
Yeah. Yep. That's what happens typically.
That's how gaming streams work, though. Like, of
Not
all the
mine.
Oh,
well, you have to give it time, though, man. I mean, the
you're
main
growing.
Yep.
the main gamer that I follow, he's been doing it for about what 12 years now, 15 years now. The guy's got almost 14 million subs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds a growing
People are
young
obsessed
man.
with people are obsessed with their games. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a whole culture.
Don't tempt me, old blindy. I actually do really like trains.
Oh, those trains, yeah.
And if Shadu were here, he'd be talking about the ones that go east.
Yeah. No.
Does Amira know that Shadow is training for the Marines right now? That he actually left.
Oh,
I don't know if we ever actually had a chance to tell you that, but yeah, he left
so Shadu
mid-January.
is out there. He's out there trying to get some hair on his chin, his chinny chin.
Apparently, he's an officer candidate school.
Oh,
I think he go through like a certain form of basic before he goes to officer training school or candidate school, but
he's gonna go through basic and then he's gonna go to OCS.
Yeah, and he's in basic right now.
Yeah.
Or he should be coming to the end of this, 6 weeks?
Oh, he's going to nail basic. Easy.
Yeah. But how long is that? Usually run that's like 6 weeks, right?
No, the Marines are longer.
Is it? Okay. Because he's coming up on, he left mid to late January. So he's been there for over a month now.
He'll be back sometime in March. But see, it gets tricky too. I mean, even though when I was in the Army, I think we were supposed to be there. I think mine was supposed to be like 8 weeks. And we were there for like 10 because they kept us as holdovers for 2 weeks. And they kept counting it as 0 week. And so I was there a lot longer than I was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But I did see some interesting things though. I did see a guy get shot trying to go AWOL from basic. That was interesting.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Sorry, that was gonna be funny.
I mean, well, we laughed too. We laughed. We were standing outside the formation. The drill sergeant had taken us to the commissary so that we could get some toiletries and things. And he had us standing outside of formation, and we see this soldier running down the street. I mean, making a fast break for it, and we recognized him. I was like, okay, well, he's in basic like us. We're like, where the hell is he going? You know, we just see him running, and this MP pulls up, and this tall, like 5'11" Puerto Rican chick gets out, and she's an MP, gets out with her rifle, says stop 3 times, points a rifle at him, shoots him in the leg, walks over, grabs the leg that she shot, drags him back to her squad car, and then calls for the medic.
Yeah. Do your fucking job.
Yeah. They kept him there too. They kept recycling him in because he decided basic wasn't for him and he was trying to go home, and they were like, nope. Because at the time, by the time you report to basic, the Army has already spent $25,000 on you. Your food, your clothes, all of that. Now, of course, it's more than that now. So they were like, oh man, you're not going to come over here and then up and decide that you want to leave and we didn't spend all this money on you. Nope. Shot him in the leg. And they kept counting it all those weeks. For him, he kept counting it 0 weeks. So, and since he got shot, then he had to heal, however long that took. And they just recycled him back through basic from the beginning. Then we had another guy that wanted to leave and they wouldn't let him leave. So he took a pin and stabbed himself in the eye to try to get out, and they wouldn't let him go. And instead of letting him go, they put him on suicide watch. And then we had to guard him 2 at a time and take shifts because this idiot stabbed himself in the eye with a pin.
Wow.
What dickhead.
Didn't even do it right.
That's what a lot of people who join up, like Shadu, I think is a little different because he's been preparing for this for years, right? But
yeah.
a lot of the younger people who join up like right out of high school or whatever, or to get away from something, or because they got into trouble somewhere or whatever. In fact, I just finished watching a fat electrician video about a guy who joined the military because the court told him he could do that or go to prison. back in between World Wars I and II.
Yeah.
But a lot of them they don't seem to understand. Once you sign those papers, once you sign on that dotted line, man, you do not belong to yourself anymore. You are now
Of the
property of the
contract.
United States government.
Yeah.
And they ain't gonna just let you walk out.
Nope.
I love having property.
I know you do.
Yeah, I know.
That's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah,
Proud American. God bless America.
but basic was fun though. Basic was fun, especially in Georgia where we did it. 'Cause as soon as we'd have a lightning storm, they were like, "Nope, everything stops." I was like, "Why?" It's like it's just a little lightning. What y'all scared of? And then a lightning hit a tree about 100 yards out, and they were like, "Yeah, that's why."
Yeehaw.
I was like, "Well, I guess KP duty for me." And they were like, "Yep."
No.
Head to the kitchen.
Zillage, that is true, but the United States military cannot afford to be to use the left's word empathetic. Right.
That's right.
They can't afford to care.
Yeah. Only one guy that I know that while I was a basic that tried to go AWOL. He didn't go AWOL, but he did manage to escape. He wrote his parents, who then wrote their congressman,
Mm-hmm.
and the congressman got him out. He did it the right way.
I think I've heard of something like that happening.
What do you mean? Like got him out of the army?
Got him out of basic training, yeah, because once you take the oath, they pretty much own your butt. But even though you go to basic, you're not all the way in until you graduate basic. That's when they really have you.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're all the way fully in. You ever seen the Lost Boys where
You know how to walk now.
you get bit and you become a half vampire and you're not a full vampire until you, of course you know, Amira, until you make your first kill. Well, that's kind of how it is. It's like until you finish basic, you're not fully in. You finish basic and you try to leave, nope. You can forget that. You're locked in for however long your contract is. There's no writing your congressman to get out. None of that's going to work.
Wait, I have a question. You when you write your contract, you write your contract before you get in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
Or
sign.
do you get in and get trained and then contract?
No. They do your contract. You sign your contract, and then before you leave for basic, you raise your hand and you swear an oath to the Constitution. Once you raise your hand and swear your oath, then you're locked in. But if you don't show up to basic, they can't send the police to come and get you. What they do is they put a code on your name to block you from being able to join any other military service. So they just put an asterisk on your name. So let's say if you decide, hey, I don't want to go to the Army, I want to go in the Navy, and you don't show up for basic, and then you wait about maybe a couple of months, and then you try to go join the Navy's gonna be like, nope, because
Aaron, sorry, Aaron, get it together.
I can't.
Amelia
Friday night.
Amelia Terry, that's funny. But no, once you raise your hand, then that's it. Now, once you get on that bus and you head out to basic, yeah, it's gonna be hard to get out of there because you're surrounded.
Yeah, and that's all post draft.
Once they start yelling at you the first time, they're like, "All right, we've yelled at you a couple of times. Now you're ours."
Well, they don't yell at you at first. They sweet talk you first.
Do they?
Unless you're in the Marines. Unless you're in the Marines. When we were at MEPS getting doing all our paperwork and going through the medical testing, we're talking 5 a.m. and those drill instructors were screaming at all those Marine recruits.
So they're not sweet talking you. They are screaming.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the recruiters.
Yeah, the recruiters and all the other branches, everything was fine. But Marines, man, Marines, they get it rough. No, there's no
Well,
telling what's going
Marines, they are like assassins. They're trained to be assassins, walking assassins. So I mean, of course they're
We
gonna
all
treat.
are. All of
Well,
the
yeah,
branches
but
are.
Marines seem to be like a step above everybody else to me.
No, Marines get their training from the Army, and the
Yeah,
Navy
but
gives them the medical benefits, and we give them their weapons.
I get it. But like I said, they have a different training because they're
No, they
Marine.
don't.
Yes, they
No, they
do. So a Marine is the same
no,
thing
they
as somebody
don't.
else. Then how? Then what's the
The
difference?
Marines, their training originates from the Army. There is a Marine detachment on every Army base in the country. When you look at the Army schools, when spots for Army schools pop up, you will see Marines going there for training. Their drill
I'm not
instructors
saying.
then take
I'm
that
not saying
training back and
we're
train their people.
you not here. You just trying to defend. You're just trying to make
No,
a
you said
Marine
there's
seem
stuff.
like everybody
I,
else.
I know how the system works.
Because a Marine, when you ask a Marine,
I
one
worked
second,
for it.
hear
I
me out,
worked
Larry.
for a recruiter.
I know you work for them, Larry. Watch. When you ask a Marine, who are you? They always say, I am a Marine, even if they left the Marines, because there's some kind of culture in the Marines where they got
Yes, I
different
know
training.
that
And I'm
because
not
they're
saying they didn't
programmed to
come
say
from
that,
the
Amira.
army.
Amira,
A
I
go to
didn't
lot of
say they
that
Camp
didn't
is
come.
Pendleton. Listen to what I'm saying. Go to Camp Pendleton. It literally says on their wall that Marines are bulletproof. They are constantly programmed to believe that stuff.
yeah,
They
Yeah,
have
a
to
lot of
be.
it is psychological.
A lot of
yeah,
it's psychological.
yeah. Yeah, so
You
that's what
know,
I just said. I just said they have that kind of training. They have a different training. And you just
We
said,
all
no,
do. That's
no, they're
not
like
true.
everybody
No,
else.
Amira, that's not training. That's psychological warfare that they put on them. What I was talking about training is how they fire the weapon, how they run, how they move, how they fight. All of that comes from the army.
I didn't say it didn't come from the army. It can come from the army, but still be a specialized system that they
It's
do,
it's not
specialized training.
specialized.
Okay, Larry. Marines are the same as the
There's
army.
nothing that they
Marines are
do.
same. Yeah.
There's nothing that they do that isn't done in the army when they
Yeah.
do their training.
You go tell a Marine that. Go tell
I
Marines that they
I
are
have.
mean,
just the same.
I
All those
mean,
have.
crayons.
well, look,
Yeah.
look. Um, the psychological thing is very real, and it has to be because they're typically deployed first, right? Which means that they
Yeah, they
typically
get it
take
worse
higher
than everybody.
numbers initially than anybody else does.
Yeah, and because they represent 1% of our fighting force. So what happens is they have to be cross-trained in different areas. So they have to be infantry and have to be communications or something, something like that at the same time because the Marines they're not a sustainment force. And the president doesn't have to go through Congress to deploy them anywhere. He can get up in the middle of the night and decide, hey, I want to go. I want to have somebody storm the palace in Yugoslavia, and he can just send them to do it. Next thing they know, they're getting a call at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and
Hey,
that
go
precedent
do
was
this.
set under Thomas Jefferson during the Barbary Wars.
Yeah. Now can the army do the same thing? Yes, and they have. In fact, I was the victim of one of those moves that they pulled. I was at work, got a phone call. Hey, you got a fax machine? Yeah, and I said yeah before I thought about exactly what was going on. Next thing I knew, I was looking at the deployment paperwork. Yeah, you. Where are you at? From how far away from you are you from the base? About 3 hours. I'm talking about 300 miles. You've got 6 hours to get here, or else. Click.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, old Blindy, that is in fact correct. Yeah, they branched off from the Navy in the same way that the Air Force
Yeah.
branched off from the Army.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, if I remember right, our like when they earned their first nickname, which was I think Leathernecks, around that time, they were basically just a bunch of like rough dudes that got picked up in bars and
Yeah.
sent out on
Press
land to
ganged.
basically to
That's
fuck
what I
shit up.
heard.
Well, they were all
Yeah.
volunteers, as far as I know, initially.
Because that's what they like to do. F stuff up.
Yeah. and took hostages. They stole ships. They burned some shit down.
Yep.
Can you imagine though? They're probably thinking we used to do this stuff on the streets illegally. Now we can do it legally, and
I'm
you
sure
know,
that's why
And
some
get
of them
paid.
initially signed up. Sure, yeah.
and get
Some
paid.
some of them were just.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they appealed to their patriotic nature. Is like, look, these fucking Muslim slavers over here are fucking with our ships. We got to go do something about that.
Right. And the pirates and such. Aaron,
Yeah,
get over here. Where are you?
I'm here.
She's in the
Get over
kitchen.
here,
She's
girl.
baking cookies.
No, she's not. No, she's not. I don't smell nothing.
I had to just step away for a minute. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Indeed. But yeah, no, it's really fascinating. Like a lot of the stuff involving the like creation of the Marines is really fascinating. And is it the core song, the song that they sing at like events and stuff like that? I think it mentions like all of the places that the original Marines went and conquered.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Look, Marines are certified dangerous. They have to be because of the nature of their mission. So I've never met a Marine that I did not get along with.
Nor
So,
have I.
But they are every bit as badass as you want to say as they say they are. They most definitely are. What gets them in trouble is when they go around to other branches and say that they're better than us, and we're looking at them and we're like, and I remember I had to say this to this one Marine. Do you know how the other big branches look at you guys when you're sitting there telling us you're better than us? You said, how? I said, you ever go to the mall and you see two parents walking and their kids walking in the middle and each parent is holding their hand? You guys are the kids, and the Army's holding one of your hand and the Navy's holding the other. Imagine you and your girl walking with your kid, and your kid is sitting, you're holding on to him, and your kid's telling you that he's better than you. When you're feeding him, you're clothing him, and you're training him, and you're teaching him.
Fucking hell, mate, that's cocky. For everyone involved.
He had to think about that.
Each one. I've seen each one of the branches say that they're better than the other. I've seen what are the ones that are in the water, not the Navy. Is it navies? Yeah,
Navy.
They always say, and then you see the ones in the air. I don't know. I think
The ones
Air
who
Force.
like swimming.
They say
Everybody
they're
likes
the
Air Force.
ones. They say
Water
they're the
people, the
ones
sky
that are the
people.
best. Everybody claims that they're the better one. Blah blah blah.
I think though the branch that takes the absolute most shit is probably the Coasties.
I would say Air Force takes the most.
So although now that we have Space Force, right? This opens the door to Space Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
That is so
and they
silly.
will have them.
Yeah. Yep. I don't doubt it.
And they're going to be like, well, we're no Earth Marines.
I'll give you my take on all the branches. All of our branches are equal. Each branch has a specific duty, a specific task that we are assigned.
He said duty.
You say that to them, each one is going to be like, no, it will be nothing without us.
I have said it to them. I have said it.
No, I understand. I'm just saying each one of them say that they're the better one. It's just, I think it's a little bit of brotherly competition, though.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, that and there's nothing like getting banned from every club in the city because Marines keep starting fights in the clubs and trying to steal people's wives.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're still dudes, mostly.
Yeah. For the most part, they are.
But yeah, no, it's this. I don't know. We'll see probably some interesting shit coming down the pike with Space Force. Right now, I would say Space Force doesn't really do a whole lot besides talk about what they're gonna do. Because I mean,
see, Mr. Zillage wants to know what each branch specializes in. So Marines Zillage are the doorbusters. When you want the door kicked in and you don't know what's on the other side, that's when you send them. They're the ones you send, boom, initial attack. High risk, no reward, pray that they make it back. That's the Marines. Once they clear out an area, okay, now we need people to come in to continue to fight and sustain the area long term, whether it be a year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever years. That's the Army. The Navy is, is heavy support from the sea. They also have, they got their planes, they've got the Navy SEALs, they've got, they've got divers, frogmen, you name it. Air Force, I mean, it's just straight airplanes and dropping bombs on people from the sky. And then you got the Coast Guard, who catches a lot of drug runners. Coast Guard is very dangerous.
All right.
Coast Guard is a
It's
fighting
more
force.
localized.
Yeah. So and the Space Force, I think, is still trying to figure out who the hell they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, each branch has their own special forces. So Marine Recon, you don't want to mess with those guys. Marine Recon, you do not want to mess with them. And then the Navy, of course, has the Navy SEALs, and above the Navy SEALs, they have SEAL Team 6. And then the Army has the Rangers, the Green Berets. They've got the Delta Force. They've got cavalry. I mean, their special forces is a mile long, and then the Air Force has their air whatever the hell they call themselves. So just like I said, each one has their own specific mission and what they do.
Well, also the Navy. I mean, the Air Force helps, right? They work a lot together, but the Navy are responsible for basically allowing us to control the sea lanes as well. Like without them, we lose control of a lot of trade routes.
Yeah, we need a vampire force.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I don't think that would be a good idea either.
But Amira, you could lead it though. We could just send you out and you can just drain everybody.
No, that just wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good.
Phrasing.
I'm hungry and it wouldn't work.
That's the point. It's like a special forces unit.
No, that's not good. I care about America. I love this country.
Well, you wouldn't be killing us or eating us.
You think not?
I mean, girls gotta eat. I mean, shoot, nobody's gonna blame you.
I mean,
They'll, basic. You know what they'll do? They'll have all the guys in basic. They'll have them all just line up to have their blood drawn, and they'll just make blood. They'll just make blood.
Transfusions.
Larry, asking a woman to
MREs.
drain everyone is a bit sus. I'm just gonna say that.
They'll call them BREs, blood ready to eat.
No.
BRDs, blood ready to drink.
You imagine
No,
that
I'd rather
coagulated
hunt.
into a protein bar.
A blood team.
No, you guys are ruining it. The whole idea is for the hunt. Yes, Aaron. Yes, Aaron. There it is. Yes, that is how you're supposed to do it. You know what? You're putting me to shame, girl. Hold on. I'm with you. Let's do it.
Yes, bring the modesty out. I love it.
Modesty.
You know,
Let's go, Aaron.
on the previous topic about having like an elite force of undead kind of thing. So this is mostly something that I've talked about on SITV, but I've long held the opinion, and I think a lot of you guys have already heard me state this, that the proliferation of SSRIs has a lot to do with the rise in certain violent actions in populated areas, particularly schools. Right. So, and I've long held this opinion because I have had experience with some of these SSRIs myself back when I was a teenager. In particular, Paxil, which is fucking evil stuff, by the way. And I've always thought that, if you took a bunch of pissed off kids who are already pissed off, you hop them up on Paxil and then you drop them into a combat zone, they'll clear that shit out in fucking 6 hours.
Yeah, maybe.
Kids?
Yeah, well.
Where are you going to find all these hungry kids in mass?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're in the schools. They're already all doped to the gills.
Silly.
Unfortunately.
You know, and I'm not talking about taking like young kids or anything like that, but kids who were fast approaching or already at military age anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Get them when
just kind
they're
of.
food hungry.
And again, not a fan of the draft or conscription in any way, but if we're going to do it and we're already turning kids into weapons, we might as well put them to positive use as opposed to wiping out their own.
Hire the best psychopaths your society can
What do you think the
afford.
Biden administration was doing? Allegedly.
I have some questions for you guys.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, why is it that the sun makes some people sleepy, when for other people the sun gives them energy and motivation, and then you'll have others that get tired and worn out from it? What would be the reason that a person would get worn out from the sun, other than
Well,
having vampire blood? I get it.
one of the biggest reasons is seasonal affective disorder. Now, I am personally quite sensitive to light, and I don't like it. Other people, you know, they fucking love being in sunlight. I'm not one of them.
Same.
And it's probably related.
I can't speak specifically to like a wider, I guess, category of people, but in my case, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I've been an insomniac since I was a kid, and I'm just naturally nocturnal, and
Snap.
My body's kind of programmed at this point. Here I am, 45 years old. When sun's up, I need to be sleeping.
Yeah. I live in darkness.
Oh, I see. So BTK says dehydration. Zealich says it drains him because of heat exhaustion. I cannot handle the heat. I see what you're saying. But, you know, sometimes the sun comes and it's not hot. It's just sunny. But even just the sun itself.
But for me, it's just the light. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have something to do with a lot of people tend to be paler and more lethargic who come out at night anyway. And so there could be something there to be said about like maybe a vitamin D or an iron deficiency as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. And I would dare say it race might even play into that. And Zillis might know what I'm talking about. So, you know, like as a black man, for me, in my particular experience, I do very well in the heat, but the cold has the opposite effect to me. So my body deals with the vitamin D in the sun very well. So for me, in my case, in order for the sun to start affecting me to where I'm saying, hey, I need to get in the house. It's, you know, it's becoming dangerous for me. It has to be around 125 degrees, 120, 125. That's when my body's like, nah, bro. But I could be out, it could be 100 outside, and I could be walking around with a sweater on, and people be looking at me like, what? How are you not sweating? I'm like, I'm not hot. But
and I'm the opposite.
But let it hit 30 degrees. I've got no energy. I'm freezing. I'm ashing up. Let me walk outside. Let me have walked outside yesterday. In fact, I did. I walked outside, you know, looking like a bronze titan. I came back in looking like Casper because my skin ashed up so fast.
Wow.
You know.
Right.
So
the next,
go ahead.
I mean, the next question I have for you guys is Donald Trump did his State of the Union last weekend, and there has been, of course, there's always controversy about, you know, State of the Unions, but he applauded the United States hockey team, and he brought them in, and there was some criticism about it, and people were saying, well, he only brought the hockey team because it's a team where it's all white men, and he's trying to push that in front of the Democrats. But in fact, I believe it's more of a USA pride. You know what I mean? So
I think it had something to do with the fact that they just won the gold medal.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's what it was. It's the fact that it was Donald Trump. It didn't matter who it is. In fact, that man
Mhm.
has invited a lot of teams to the White House that have black people on it. They did not want to go. I know there were NFL teams that won the Super Bowl that had black people on
Really?
their team, and he invited them, and they chose not to go. The Democrats,
What?
the Democrats were salty, they were pissed off, and they were just looking for anything to complain about or invent. That man can walk outside. That no, Donald Trump could cure world hunger tomorrow, and the Democrats will go out on TV and say that he caused it
Yep.
in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah, and on top of that, you mentioned that there were men. The female professional hockey league, which, by the way, I didn't even know was a thing until this week, which explains why nobody watches that shit.
Right.
But they won the gold medal too, and they were also invited to attend, and they chose to decline.
Yeah,
Wait,
now
so they
they are.
declined?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
declined, but they are going to the White House. He did say that they were.
Yeah,
A lot of them had stuff that they could. It's not that they hated him; it's that they couldn't make it. But they are going to the White House. They just
Yeah,
didn't
that's what
do
I
it that
heard,
night.
Larry.
Yeah,
But
That's what I heard.
when people talk about, like, oh, he only invited the men's team, it's like, that's not true. They both were invited.
yeah.
Both did not attend, but both were invited because they both won gold medals and represented our country well. As a matter of fact, the fact that we beat Canada at a game they fucking
Aaron.
invented on a world stage is
Aaron.
damn sure worth celebrating.
Aaron.
Oh, well, the next thing I have for you guys is another
I'm in the
question.
kitchen, not on the ice. I don't know anything about that. But
Right. You
Like
said
you
there's
guys.
not a kitchen on the ice. I love it, Aaron. Okay. The next thing I wanted to ask you guys was more recently I saw this study in Japan. They were talking about Japan, and the work culture in Japan is killing people, the Japanese youth, because the work culture, a lot of people in their youth are having heart attacks and falling out, dying because it's very common in Japan to see people doing 130 hours of overtime, or doing
Mhm.
130 hours of overtime in a month, and also on top of their regular work schedule. People in Japan, they're known for their work ethic and for their they're not lazy and so on and so forth. But it's killing them. It's killing them. And so anyway, there has also been a rise now in women dying from overexhaustion and overwork, and that used to be a middle-aged male thing that was a thing, but now it's turning into a woman thing as well. My
Yeah.
question to you all is this: Are women do you guys believe that women being in the workforce is going to change the culture, that work culture, and for the better, and make it so that men are not falling out and dying in young age anymore?
But in
I think-
Japan,
In America and
No.
Japan.
I think we've
I mean,
already
it's not gonna-
seen
sorry.
women in the workforce ruining everything, right?
I
Yeah.
agree.
I have to agree.
In the
I mean,
West, I'd agree.
Generally.
In the East, honestly, like, the reason that their fertility rates are dropping is because young men are too scared to look at women, and so if the women aren't making babies because young men won't fucking talk to them, right?
Yeah.
You might as well put them to work.
Yeah, but
Well,
the thing-
look
thing
at the
is,
rise of the.
reason, the reason why in Japan, the reason why they're not talking to them is because of I wouldn't say the effects of feminism. It's just the way that their laws are working out there. They can get in trouble for talking to the girls. It's kind of, it's almost like what's going on here. So it's like the men and the women in Japan have been successfully separated.
Yeah.
They don't intermix. Now, even if they did, and there's women in the workforce, that's not going to change. That's not going to make things easier on the men, because as I'm sure, as you know, businessmen in Japan, they're called salary men. They don't have a choice when they work those long hours. They have to go out with their boss. The boss says, "Hey, let's go out for a drink." They don't have a choice. They have to go. And so a
Yeah.
lot of Japanese couples, you know, I don't know if I don't know if there's rates of divorce or whatnot, but their spouse is the husband is gone more than he is home because he's forced to prioritize that business and bonding with his coworkers and with the boss, and then he's got to get up and go back to work the next morning. If the women are joining the workforce in more droves, which they are probably because they're not getting married. So now, guess what's going to happen to them? The same thing's going to happen to them.
Sure.
Well,
But
there's been a growing group of people called the Hikikomori, and they're basically people of a younger generation that have sheltered themselves away, and it's killing Japanese society.
oh, sure it is. And
And if
that's
the same thing happens in the West, we're all fucked.
It's
sure.
kind of already is.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yes and no. Like the work ethic of Japan is not a new thing, right? That's been a part of their culture for 1,000 years. The only reason we're seeing like severe negative impact on like lifespan and stuff like that in a way where we're taking notice is because they're not making new generations,
Yeah,
Mm,
which is a new thing.
mm,
But in the past,
yeah,
I mean, people worked at whatever it was that was their passion or their calling or their job or their caste or whatever it was. They worked hard from waking to sleeping every day, and this has been going on for the better part of 1,000 years, right?
yeah,
Everybody in the society did this, you know, with possibly the exception of the emperors, you know,
yeah, yeah.
whose job is basically to sit there and look pretty and make decrees. But and even now, you know, the emperor's job has been reduced to basically sitting there and looking pretty. They don't run anything, you
right.
know. So I think that the work ethic and the fact that it drives men to death, and the fact that because they place so much more emphasis on their version of honor, which demands a lethal consequence if you fail to uphold it. Right, like that's again not a new thing with them. In fact, I think you're probably seeing more heart attacks now, just because it's not so much that there's more of them, but again, like I said, it's just I think we're just noticing because there aren't replacements.
Yeah.
Well, the reason that they said it's more is because now it's affecting women. Because before it was unheard of. Typically, the women were worried about their husbands. Now, the women, just recently, I believe it was in 2016, one of the women who ran one of the top magazines in Japan, she just dropped dead, and they found her dead with her phone in her hand that was still ringing with notifications of when she was going to be at work. And she was just
Jesus.
on the floor dead with her phone in her hand. And she was when they logged her hours, it turned out that she had worked somewhere around double the, you know how I said they have like 150 hours of overtime.
Mhm.
She was up to about 270, almost double that. So the reason why I brought it up is because when she fell out, then people started looking at the staggering amounts of women who are starting to
Mhm.
this middle-aged man issue. Now it's gone over to women, and they're saying like women are being pushed, and then that's the only reason why people are starting to react is because now women are dying. But when men were dying, nobody gave a damn. So now women are dying, people are like, oh, we got to change the workforce culture. So I mean, and that's why I asked you guys, is women being in the workforce um, something that could change things for the better? I know I hate women in the workforce, but
No.
there's
For the
there's more
better? No.
I don't think for the better. No,
No,
yeah.
no, it won't change things for the better.
Mm,
no. I mean, because like fact is, you know, no women means no babies means no future.
yeah.
And if the
Yeah.
women are all working themselves to death and not having families, and I kind of get it from a certain perspective, right? You know, if young women are getting into the workforce because they have no prospects of making a family because they can't find a man who's willing to make a family with them, right? They do have to support themselves somehow. So I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of get it, but the whole concept of working yourself to death, like this is not such a thing so much in the States anymore, but we used to have this concept called workaholics,
Yeah.
which were people who could not sit still. They had to be doing something productive constantly. My dad is one of them, but they are a dying breed because, the up and coming generations are like, well, I don't think we should have to work for anything. Yay, socialism.
Also, a great TV show.
Yeah, well, that too, but these guys, the men who built America, the men who built the skyscrapers and the railroads and the infrastructures and all of that stuff, a lot of those guys dropped dead young because they worked their asses off to make this shit happen, and it killed them.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's true.
And that breed does not
sacrifice.
exist in this country anymore, not on in large part.
Yeah. The sacrifice. I mean, that's part of the thing that makes those people great is because they sacrifice their youth, they sacrifice their health for something. Old Blindy says, so can we take over Japan and get cute, submissive Japanese women? The funny thing is that they're not submissive.
They're not submissive.
Like a lot of those people who like go out for those like little submissive Chinese or submissive Japanese, that doesn't exist anymore. These women, I mean, have you talked to like Asian men? They have horror stories that they're so demanding. The Asian woman is so demanding. She's constantly. I've always said that Asian women are the biggest gold diggers.
There are YouTube videos that I've been seeing posting of men in China having the same issues with gold digging women. Like for example, there was a game show. This guy he was a sheep herder, and there was like 40 women, and they hit this red button if they weren't interested. This man probably he wasn't even done with his sentence, and like 98% of them hit that red button as soon as he said he was a sheep herder. What they didn't know, and out of that, only one girl agreed to go out on a date with him because turns out she had her family had a background with that too, so she understood, so she, she was the right one for him. And then once all that was set, come to find out that the sheep herding thing was his side business. He was a multimillionaire, and it was all those women they had no idea.
But they were so quick to judge.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Because it's exactly. But it's like, because he doesn't have something chic. He doesn't have a chic job, a job that is seen as,
a sheep job.
Yeah. And he gave him a chance. He told him, he said even though he was a sheep herder, he wasn't poor. He was doing well for himself, but they didn't care. It was about his status. And one girl even said, she was like, okay, but you're going to be smelly and dirty all day. And yeah, you might be able to put a roof over my head, but who wants to tell people, oh, well, my husband's a sheep herder?
Does it matter? Like, what
the
Her did.
Yakub says Asian women use duct tape to keep themselves beautiful. Well, that
to be fair, that's mostly Koreans. But
yeah, Amira one time
maybe some of these people should stop herding sheep and leave them alone.
That was funny.
Hold on, what were you saying, Aaron?
That we were reacting to some of those on Amira's one night. Like that was wild. Yeah, they're just the tape everywhere.
Yeah.
They're sorceresses. I didn't even know
they
the was there.
Completely. Like they'll go from being tan skinned, kind of chunky looking, and then by the time that they're done their makeup, they're pale porcelain white, and they're thin. All of a sudden, they look thin and doll like. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah. They get surgeries and stuff. They get their eyelids lifted, and I mean, plastic surgery in South Korea. That's the norm. And having been out there, the real Korean women with their natural body type, they're actually built like black women. I've seen some that I swore they were Samoan with the way that they were built. I mean, their legs were like cinder blocks.
I mean, that's fair. I've seen some Korean men who also look very Samoan.
Yeah, and the average Koreans are tall. The average Korean man that I saw was somewhere between 6'2" and 6'4". Solid. They are big dudes. Yeah. They're not little.
Oh, Blindy,
that doesn't sound right.
All right. You know what? You can go to the naughty corner right now. right now. Sam,
Oh,
do it. Sam,
You know you
I know
have a
you hear me
wrench, right?
talking.
you know you have a wrench, right?
Oh, oh yeah. Get your ass.
um, but no, as far as picking up a submissive Japanese wife, like I agree that they're probably
Let me
not
go
as
to my
submissive
phone.
as y'all think they are. But if you want one, the window's closing on that because I think Takaichi's going to ban all foreigners.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't watch the video, but there's a video out there. There's a thumbnail of the Japanese kicking out Muslims. It says something about the Japanese have had enough or something like that, and they
Not
were
just
doing.
not just Muslims, but yeah, they've been going after a lot of
Foreigners.
sub-Saharans actually, Muslim or not.
Yeah,
So
Oh
a lot of
no.
Ethiopians and
but here's the
Somalians.
thing, though. Here's the thing. Before anybody tries to call the Japanese racist, if somebody goes in your country and is disrespecting your culture, disrespecting your monuments and stuff like things like that,
Yep.
they got the right. They have the right to put them out.
Oh, I agree with you
Yeah.
100%, but let's not the Japanese are racist. They're one of the most like uniformly racist peoples on planet Earth. That's a fact. It's been a fact for like 500 fucking years, man.
Listen, two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
No,
fine.
again, I'm totally on board with what they're doing to save their country. Like good for them. I'm just saying they are racist, dude. Come on.
Well, it's more of if you're not Japanese, it's you're a gaijin,
Yeah.
and it's places that you cannot go if you're not Japanese.
I'm like if say you or I were born in Japan, we did not speak
What,
English, we only
Aaron?
spoke Japanese. We were
I
raised in
don't
the
know.
culture. We all
You're
we
funny,
knew
honey.
was Japan. But because we are not ethnically Japanese, we would never actually be Japanese.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't want to be ethnically Japanese.
Right. I'm
In
just
order for
saying,
me
dude.
to, in order for me to fit in with them, they would have to do like a skin peel or something. They'd have to do something about my melanin. I'm not doing that.
Dude,
I'm
have
not
you
going
ever
Oh, and they've probably got the technology. It's fine.
seen Iron Sky?
Mm.
No, I don't want to see
Yeah.
it.
First of all,
I
you
know
should
where you're
watch that
going.
fucking movie. But essentially,
You're gonna hit me
basically,
with an iron deficiency or
no,
something?
no. So after during the end of the Second World War, the Nazis sent a bunch of their people up to build a base on the dark side of the moon, and those people have been up there ever since, and they've had no contact with
Mhm.
Earth. So the first, and most of them were born there. So the first black American astronaut that goes up there, they actually tried to scrub the black off his skin because they'd never seen a black person before.
This is a movie?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh,
What's it
it's
called?
got a sequel too.
It's called Iron Sky.
Iron Sky. Is it a Japanese movie?
No, it's a
They-
very American independent film.
Very well. I think it's like Finnish as well, isn't it?
I think they had something to do with it, but it was definitely American. Because like if you recall in the second one, they go to the Earth's
Yep.
core where all the lizard people like Hillary Clinton take off their masks
What?
and eat rats and stuff. And there's
I'm
dinosaurs
watching
down there.
this.
It's
I'm so
wild.
watching.
They
sounds
literally
like an
create a
amazing-
cure for blackness
No, yeah,
Yeah.
no, they send the
in
dude
the
to the
first
scientists
movie.
and they change his skin color.
Well, here's a cure right here from Aaron.
They're like, we
Well, you
fixed
do-
him.
You guys do remember they had those commercials in Japan where they said,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you use our detergent, they had a black man and they put him into the
Mhm.
detergent and they pulled him out. He turned white. You guys remember those commercials?
Yeah,
from
I remember
Japan?
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had no chill, no filter. I was like, that would never fly over here.
I would have thought it was funny because I'd have been like, whoever's
It is
stupid enough to
hilarious.
buy that detergent and thinks it's gonna work, yeah, you deserve to be taken for a ride.
No, you're not getting the point. They're just saying that it makes it clean, that it cleans stuff, but you
That
can't
it's so
use it kind of an
powerful that
example.
it'll clean the black off of black skin.
Well, I don't think that they actually were trying to say that. I mean, maybe I'm naive, but I think they were just using that as a joke. But
I think maybe
They
they
dipped
were.
a black man into the detergent and he pulled him out and he was white.
well, technically, yeah, that's bad advertising.
It's
but
false advertising.
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I get the joke. I get the joke. Like, oh,
You know what
We
it probably
turned
was that they
darkness
dipped that
light.
black guy into? It was probably paint.
No, he came out with blonde hair too.
with bleach.
So I do have to make a correction here. Abe was correct. It is a Finnish, Chinese, Canadian co-production, and there is a planned third movie about a couple of college dropouts who get into a
No
fight with the
fucking
Illuminati.
way.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet, but it's planned.
You guys are, you know what? This sounds so epic. I am so, wait, can I find it on like Amazon Prime or something?
I first watched it on Netflix. It might be on there or on Tubi or Amazon or something.
I don't have Netflix ever since they did the Cuties movie.
Oh.
Yeah. But you probably
Right.
can find them on Amazon or Tubi. Would be my guess. I haven't seen them in years, but
Aaron, you remember the Cuties movie?
I never watched it, but I do remember. Yep, I remember what people said about it.
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
knows
I didn't watch it.
that.
I don't remember if I watched part of it. I think I did watch part of it. But I mean, it was kids wearing these
Yeah.
scantily clad, and they were dancing. They were
Twerking.
Yeah, and they had their legs open and everything. And there was in the movie, there's men in front row, and you can see how they're like watching them, and like and
Full blown island wall kisser bullshit.
As an actor, how could you be a part of that?
oh,
Right.
it gets so much worse, dude. Like the fact that that movie was made at all. First of all,
Yeah.
it was made by a French bitch, and I fucking warned you about those people. But
Yeah.
Oh,
secondly-
we've known about him for a long time.
Secondly, the very fact that
Sorry,
that movie
but-
was made at all is atrocious enough. But why in the hell did the writer-director have to personally audition over 600 fucking minors for this?
Yep.
Disgusting.
Yeah, you know what's going on behind the scenes.
And what fucking parents would be cool with this?
Yep.
Disgusting
And-
parents.
And the thing is, like that thing stayed on Netflix. You guys know that, right?
Oh,
Even
yeah,
with
they
the
didn't
backlash,
take it down.
they
Yeah.
left it up.
Yeah. And then they made Anne Boleyn black after that.
Yep.
Yeah, Andy, I saw that. Gavin is he's like Hakeem Jeffries. He's in AOC. He is the gift that keeps on giving when you talk about
What'd he do?
This fool, he's hawking a book. He's selling a book. This fool he did a live panel with a black interviewer, and it was in front of a black audience. And this fool gonna sit up there and tell black people, I'm just like you guys. I have a 960 SAT score. In other words, so he was just like, you never see me read
I can't read either
because I can't really read a speech. So in other words, he's telling black people, yeah, I'm dumb just like you, so please buy my book.
Shut
Oh,
up.
that is some grade A Biden shit.
Yeah, and there's like two prongs to this thing. Number one, he's implying by the very nature of what he said that every black person in that room is as dumb or dumber than he is. And number two, he was talking about being basically illiterate as if it was a flex.
Yeah. He was bragging
Because
about it.
that's what they want people to do. They want people to be excited to be illiterate. They want you to think that school is not cool.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Mango?
Well, it was a redhead.
No, I actually do eat fruit sometime when I'm not eating my blood.
I mean,
Well, vampire bats do eat fruit too. That's true.
yeah. Well,
That's true.
yeah. Yeah, Zillage, like I totally get the insult. I do. But he was also calling himself dumb, which is where it really shines for me.
Yeah, it's extra retarded.
It's like, why do you keep getting elected then if you're a fucking retard? I mean, obviously we can tell about your policies and what happened to your state and what you plan to do to the rest of my fucking country, that you're a retard. But like, even retards know not to come out and say it.
You know he's going to be a president, right?
I know he wants to.
They want to pair him.
Fucking better not be.
They want to pair him with Kamala Harris.
Which is funny
He
because
is
I
our
think
future president.
No,
I think
he's not.
Kamala plans to run on his own or on
Larry.
her own.
You think not, Larry? Listen, the Democrats are planning something.
Oh, we know they are.
They're
That's why
pissed off about Trump.
Yeah, we know they are. That's why they're trying to stop all the voting rules. They're not going to be able to
Yeah.
stop what's going on. They're even their own voting base is turning on them with this. Even their own voting base is turning
They're
on them.
gonna cheat. Next time they're gonna cheat again.
Wow.
Well,
Not
they
a,
tried it this last time. They tried it.
I
They kept
know,
getting caught.
but we overwhelmed them this time. But
I am waiting to see what happens with the Democrat voter base after the State of the Union thing, because there were several things that were said by Trump that Democrats blatantly either shouted back against, or they sat there and crossed their arms and stuck their tongues out like they were fucking 5 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and all of which was basically like, you don't put Americans first, you put foreigners first.
Yeah.
And all of them, every single fucking one of them, and one in particular, the one from Minnesota,
That feels
was
like a segue.
was like, well, you know, your administration killed 2 of my people. I was like, yeah, but people from your fucking country have completely taken over that place and killed a whole bunch more.
No, she said you killed 2 of my constituents. She was talking
Yeah.
about Renee Good.
Yeah,
and
I
that
know
other
who she's
guy.
talking about. Alex
So
Preddy.
you know, illhead dumb R, as I like to call her. You know, that State of the Union was great. And to answer your question, his approval rating shot through the roof among Democrat voters. The Democrats lost. They lost a lot of voters.
He had a
last night.
10% increase in
Yeah,
approval
he did.
during the fucking speech.
Yeah, he did, and it's gone higher since then because now, thank God, Black people, you have a brain after all. Thank you. A lot of Black people are saying, "Hey, wait a minute, this fool." Now we're seeing. Now we're seeing what everybody's saying. These people really don't give a crap about us, any of us. They really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
then somebody went around. They were interviewing people on the street. I had to say, I'm sorry, Aaron, white liberals that was saying the same thing that Kathy Hochul was saying.
poor
They were like,
Aaron.
well, you know, the average Black person, they don't know what a DMV is, and they don't know how to get an ID and this, and this. And the reporter was white, and he was like, you could see he's looking at them like, you don't really believe that. You really believe that? And they're like, yeah, we have to help the Black people because they, you know, they can't think for themselves, and we have to help them. You know, we have to help them get IDs and stuff like that. They need a leg up, and so they started interviewing Black people, and he didn't tell them why he was asking if they had an ID and if they knew where it was, and they were like, yeah, it's right up the street on Third Street, and they were like, why are you asking us if we have an ID? Of course we have an ID, you know. So
Yeah, it's white savior bullshit.
you know, it's really
If
funny in those interviews with the Blacks when they go up and they're like, hey, do you have an ID? Do you know where to go and all that? And they always give like explicit, detailed directions to the local DMV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
of course I know where to get it. It's right over there.
They're like, you go this many yards when you see the tree. No, listen.
Right.
The other thing is when I look at Ilhan Omar,
we know about Sperm Burger.
when I look at Ilhan Omar, she looks like she stinks if you stand next to her. I'm sorry.
Like if she farts, it smells like bananas and rice.
I don't think that's a physical smell. I think that's her soul burning.
No, I'm saying it looks like when you stand next to her, she smells.
She does
Smell like
She
sulfur.
looks dirty. She
does look dirty.
Well, she is Somali.
That's a Somali. Oh, hot tamale. That Aaron, get your tail back.
I'll be back.
Mm.
She's cooking. She's cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't.
Oh, she stinks
like.
of death.
I know Newsom wants to be president, but I think after this week and some things that were said in different locations, I think that his chances are he's probably got a slimmer chance than he believes. He does. Although,
Sam, look what
Joe
Biden said.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, but in order to cheat, they actually have to have the numbers to cheat, and they are driving their constituents away.
Yeah.
And you know what else too is that there's a Democrat, a member of the Democrat census or something like that. Somebody's getting ready to get arrested because they found out they used an algorithm to steal Republican congressional seats. That happened a few days ago. They got caught. So and this was like the 2020 election, the midterms and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff is coming out. People are getting arrested. I think is great, but I do think that they are going to try to push. They're going to try to push Gavin Newsom because the Democrats still want to hold on to this idea that people are stupid, and that's why they want to keep all these illegals around. And you got these judges passing laws, which I don't even understand. In some cases, I don't understand why the Trump administration even bothers going back to court with these judges. A judge just ruled earlier today saying that Trump couldn't deport people or do something that the Supreme Court's already said he could do. I'm like, why would you even bother showing up for court? If SCOTUS has already said you can do this, and some local judge in California is saying you can't, why are you even bothering to show up in the courtroom? And then he's threatening.
They've been saying it, Zelich.
And then he's threatening them with contempt, with criminal contempt. Like, why would you even show up to the court?
So Zelich is saying that Gavin is saying that pedophilia is now a sexuality.
Very recently. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There was a TED talk like years ago, this woman up there like advocating for it to be seen as a legitimate sexuality. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's what the whole map thing is about.
Yeah, there's a lot. I've noticed that there's a lot of women out there pushing that.
Why women though? I just don't understand.
Women are predators too.
I mean, just in the last couple of days, like 2 more teachers just got caught sleeping with students. One of them, her husband walked in on her.
I think that's definitely a part of it. Women are predators too. We just tend to look the other way.
Look the other way,
women.
and they don't report it.
But mostly
back
I think it's that suicidal empathy we keep hearing about. It's like, oh my God, these people are so put upon, and they take all this crap from everybody all the time, even when they don't offend. I was like, that's because they're aberrants and they're a danger to everyone.
Yeah. And they're everywhere.
Ever since women have been having a big voice in politics and voting, like all of this, look at this is where we are. We're deteriorating society.
Yeah.
We really are.
If you vote with your emotions, you get emotional fucking policies.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what it.
There's a guy named Aaron Russo who he passed away years ago from cancer. But I remember there was you might be able to see it on Odyssey because he did an interview and it was posted on YouTube. And when YouTube got a hold of it, they deleted it off of it. They got it off real quick. But he was saying that he had a friend of his was one of the Rockefellers, and they were talking about women's liberation. And he said his friend shocked him. He said, because he asked him, he said, "Didn't you guys hate the women's liberation movement and women being able to go out and work and do all this stuff?" And he said, "Hate it. We funded it." And he said, "Why would you do that?" And he said, "Because prior to women joining the workforce, only 1/2 of the country was taxable. Well, now the women are taxable too."
Yeah.
And that was their point, to get more money.
That's always been the point.
Yeah.
I mean, the government has overstepped so much. I mean, government, this is not what it was supposed to be. I mean, the fact that the income tax was supposed to be a temporary thing, and now it's here to stay.
The thing, yeah.
There's so many taxes that shouldn't be.
Yeah, income tax was supposed to be repealed back in like 1911.
Can we just flood it again?
No, that's what the rainbow means. It means no, that's not going to happen again. The next time's going to be fire, not water.
Okay, that'll do.
I don't know what's worse, drowning or getting burnt up.
I mean, I could swim, so I'm good with the drowning.
Well, so can sharks. I mean, you get another flood, yeah, they've got more room to move around.
Swimming doesn't mean nothing. I'm with Larry on that one.
I'm just saying I could prolong it for a little while till I get eaten or whatever. It's fine.
You're just prolonging the inevitable.
No, just accept death. It's fine.
that goes against. Do I look Japanese? That goes against my very nature. I do not come from a culture where accepting death is like a normal thing.
No, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. We're gonna do it.
No, you fight tooth and fucking nail to survive. That's how you do it.
Oh,
and you take as many of the bastards down with you as you can.
Yeah, I'll take another question. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, here, I'll get you guys on. Okay, here's the other question. Um, as we all know, schools and the household, the family, the nuclear family have all gone to crap. The only people who are suffering from that are the children, the future, the generations that are going to be the leaders tomorrow. Um, Part of the problem is that many children are not being given boundaries, discipline, and borders. They're not being taught about the hierarchy in the home, in the school, heck, even between each other. One of the things that I believe is one of the best um, ways to discipline a child is, um,
Whooping.
if necessary, corporal punishment.
Yes.
Do you all agree with corporal punishment, and do you believe that since the abolishment of corporal punishment that the children have suffered because of it?
I agree with
Yes.
it. I'm for it. And I've noticed you can do it. There's limits. Of course, you don't want to take a 2x4 and bounce it off your
Yeah,
child's backside. Of course not.
Why
I'm
not?
talking
Yeah.
about corporal
Yeah.
punishment, not abuse. I'm not talking about beating. I'm talking about punishment. I'm
Well,
not talking about beating or none of that.
you, Larry, and I have actually had this conversation numerous times on your channel. Like you remember when Bo would be in the chat saying that any kind of physical contact is abuse, and we would push back against that. We're like, we're not
Yeah,
talking
I
about abuse.
remember that.
Like we've had this conversation. Like
Yeah.
I,
Wasn't our
That's
I'm not
response
against.
wasn't our response, hey, how many kids do you have? And are any of them successful?
I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, and it's like the fact that I understand the difference between abuse and discipline. Right, there is a line,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and that line should be very clear.
It is clear.
Yeah.
You know,
A
so
child knows when
Being a
they're being
kid
abused.
within an inch of its life is not the same as discipline.
no,
Right.
Right.
Children know when they're being abused versus when they're being disciplined. A child will even tell you,
Yeah.
even when we grow up, we know when we were abused or when we were disciplined.
hmm yeah. So like, no, I'm not against corporal punishment as a form of discipline, but I am, obviously very anti-abuse.
Well, yeah.
Right. I think
And it's sad that we even have to say that. Sorry, go ahead, Larry.
no, no worries. I do think it's in my case with my kids, it is a last resort. They have to really do something, and it has to be a repeated behavior to where we've tried
Yeah.
everything else and they're
Yeah.
just not responding. You get timeout, you get this. No, you're not going to play video games. You're not going to get to do it, and they just continue to do it. It's like, okay, well, now now I've gotta spank you, but we always wait. We don't. You never do it angry. Never
It's
do
not
it
the
when you're
first thing.
pissed.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, never do it when you're pissed. But, let
Yeah.
yourself calm
And
down.
if you feel like
Um,
you're going to lose control, you walk the fuck away.
yeah, walk
Right.
away.
Right.
And there, I mean, shoot, that my son made me so mad one day. I had to walk away, and I understood. You know, his sister was messing with him, but she wasn't hitting him. And for a series of several months, little Amira, which is her middle name, little Amira was socking him, punching him, kicking him, and if he had a toy and she wanted it, at the time, I mean, at the time he was 5 and she was 2, and she's running around trying to beat him up, and he's running away, and because he understood, hey, if I hit this girl, I can really hurt her. Well, my son is 6 now, and my daughter, she's still 2. She'll be 3 in a couple of months. But one day she was just messing with him, and this time she wasn't hitting him, but he just had enough, and he just hauled off and just decked her.
Wow.
And I was seeing red, and I had to tell my wife, I was like, I've got to walk away. I
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to handle that
Yeah.
because he didn't hit her in the face, but he hit her in the shoulder or something,
You gave
and it
her a
was
good
like,
hit.
yeah, it was like Kill Bill, that that
Oh,
sound that
the
they make.
noise.
Yeah, I was like,
That is
nope.
fucked up.
I was like, no, nope, nope, nope. Let me go ahead and walk, because if
But
I
well,
go,
I guess what I want to put to you guys is not always that it has to be done, but what has changed today versus before is that children before knew that that was on the table, that
Mhm.
being spanked was on the table. Now children understand that it's no longer on the table, and oftentimes I have seen that children today have more control over the parents than the parents have over the children. And I believe that we are not teaching the next generation hierarchy. I mean, there's yeah,
Among
no
other
matter
things.
how much people don't like hierarchy, it exists, and it exists for a reason,
Mhm.
because there should be a system of, you know, who a person should listen to, and that system typically goes by age, but it can also go by title. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
these
without structure, there's anarchy, and without with anarchy, you get Somalia.
Yeah.
not
Now, now
Somali.
Just
speaking
bananas
of
and
that,
rice
speaking of
everywhere.
that, now I was watching. Now, granted, a YouTuber was giving this news report, and so I haven't substantiated, I haven't checked, but what they were reporting was that Ilhan Omar's family were actually in charge. They were the ones that destroyed Somalia in the first place. They were
Her
actually running Somalia, and they're the ones that
her
destroyed it.
father had a bunch of people killed.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
was a
I don't
warlord.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron
She
says that
wasn't
she grew up
exactly
with belts
fleeing.
and weapons.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, that's what changed. What essentially changed is that parents started to equate, because they were being told to equate this with like all the proliferation of like self-help groups and gurus and shit like that in the 80s and late 70s. They were being told, oh no, this is never the answer, of, you know, violence is never the answer and all that. And they started to change their approach, and eventually it got to a point when the millennials came into their own and started having children, that they just refused. Absolutely, they're like, my parents beat me, I will never touch my kid that way.
Mm.
I, fortunately, was lucky enough that my children kind of are just sort of naturally dutiful, right? I've never had to resort to that with
Yeah.
them,
Right.
right? But
Not every
other
child
people
needs it.
have. Other people have, and I don't like, and I certainly got the shit beat out of me a bunch when I was a kid, and mostly I had it coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, mostly.
But you know, not every child needs it. And you bring up a good point, Sam. Not every kid needs that. I mean, and that's another thing that a lot of people, they, in the defense of children, they're like, oh, well, you know, you don't need to do that. No, there are many children that you don't need to,
Mhm.
but we all know the kid that needs it. We all know. We've all
Oh, sure,
seen
sure.
that one kid that you have to show some domination on them, or else they'll dominate you.
It's
There
a matter
has
of
All
to
right.
knowing
I
your
feel
children.
personally attacked now. What's going on?
You should be. But you know, it's a matter of knowing your child, right? If you don't know your child, you're not going to
Yeah.
know where that line is or what's necessary to do to at which juncture, which not. And I think that's
BTK.
part of it,
You
is that the schools now know your children better than you do, and they've structured it that way so that like you don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. But if you know your child, you know when to exercise that and when to restrain yourself from it.
You know,
You know?
BTK, you can go think about it in a naughty corner. Go ahead. Go think about that. You want to keep talking
Wow.
about how I needed to get whipped? Trust me, I did. I did. I got
Yeah.
fiddle faddled and paddle swaddled and everything. Okay.
Yeah, Andy
I
Pickle
will
I'm
says,
say,
not sure that's what you meant.
you know,
it-
BTK brought up a good point too, because I guess he had an older sibling. Like, as the oldest, I got all the beatings.
yeah, me too.
And my brother's 3 years younger than me, so I guess he would watch, and so he knew how to avoid it. By the time my sister was born, I was 10, so she was born in 1990, and that was when, you know, parents wanted to start being friends with the kids and be more
Yeah.
lenient. And
Mhm.
because so at 10, I wasn't getting whoopings as much, so she never saw that. And coupled with being easy on her, like at 3 years old, this kid was calling my mom like a bish and a fat
Oh.
pig. Like, and she would threaten to call like CPS and the police on my mom because
I tried that
commercials
once.
3
were
years
telling her
old.
that she could do that. Like at 3 and 4, commercials were
Yeah.
telling her that she
Mhm.
could call someone for help if my parents were disciplining her. So it was very
There was a lot of
night
media
and day.
push about like, oh my gosh, if something's happening at home, you need to speak up, find another trusted adult outside of your home and
That's
speak
crazy.
up. Like tons of shit. And the fact is like, yeah, sometimes kids do need to be helped. Sometimes
Some,
they live with fucking monsters. That does
yeah.
happen. It's not
Yeah,
nearly as common
sure.
as the media would have you believe, though. It really isn't.
No, exactly.
You know.
And now I'm just saying that the reason I keep bringing it up is because it bothers me a lot. And what bothers me is school is that, when I see about school is what it bothers me the most is that teachers have no control over the children. And then the teacher says, okay, well, since I can't do anything, I can't discipline the children at school. Well, then I'll tell the parent and the parent will take care of it. Well, guess what? The parent can't do diddly squat neither.
Well, now it's gotten to a point where if the parent does try to discipline or exert any authority over their child, especially in the face of the rival authority of the education system, the educators themselves can get the law involved.
Well,
Yeah,
that's been around for a long time though. That's been around even in the '90s, man. They were able
true.
to do that.
I mean,
And on the flip side of that, then if the kid does something truly, if the kid breaks law or does something, they want to throw the parents in prison for that. So it's
mhm.
like you want to stop me from disciplining my kid, but you want to blame me if my kid does something.
Right, right. When I try to take care of the problem, you're gonna put me in prison.
Yeah. And that's because it's not really about the kid. It's not really about discipline or not discipline. What it's about is it's about stripping children from their parents and breaking the family down.
Well,
Hmm.
Yes.
well, you hear about
Yeah.
that? When President Trump was talking about that Washington law where they were kidnapping children and then transgendering them without the parents' consent. I know California was doing that too.
Hmm. Yeah. Happened in Canada a couple of times too, if I recall. And there was that one case in Texas, I think, where a guy's parental rights were stripped from him by the courts because he refused to call whatever. I don't remember if it was a male or female originally, but call their kid by whatever the opposite, truth, whatever the lie was.
I think it was his daughter,
Yeah,
and I think the daughter ran away to, or the mom took her to California or something like that.
yeah, and he
And the
stood
dad
out
was
with like
trying to get her
sandwich
back. Yeah,
billboard on him the whole time, like out on the
yeah.
corner trying to get awareness for it and all that shit, and like eventually got recognized, and I think they did try to help him out, but I still don't know what became of his kid.
Well, what gave it steam too was that all these stories of kids who had transitioned all of a sudden had buyer's remorse when they hit 18, and then they started suing the state of California and some of these other states. They were and these doctors, and they were like, hey, these doctors lied and told me I was trans and was prescribing all this stuff, and I really didn't understand. I was listening to them, and I didn't understand what was going on. And now here I am. I'm 18 years old. I've got issues that I'm being told that can't be,
Hmm.
can't be reversed. I can never have kids. All these issues I've got going on. So California just started getting sued, and it's because of that law. They just started getting smacked with lawsuits left and right a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every time I did a list for a mirror, I think when it like every at least once every week there was an article. I think for like half a year we had an article where some kid that had transitioned when they were 13 were now 18 and were suing the state.
Oh yeah. That's happening more and more. You know that. Like
Yeah,
more and more, there's people being what they call it, like a transsexual regret or something
yeah.
like that. They
Trans
call it
regret.
regret. Yeah.
Detransitioners.
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, they're detransitioners and they're trying to
Yeah.
transition back at least as much as they can.
Yeah.
And so
It's happening a lot, more and more, and we're gonna keep seeing it. The more and more children that are reaching the age of consciousness, what I would say is like 30. Now people are reaching the age of consciousness where they're like, "Oh, crap! What did I do?"
mhm,
It's like, and a lot of them are suing the people who egged them on or put them in that situation,
or
like their
did it to them.
doctors, their teachers.
And
Yeah.
they don't care because the damage is done. They go and sue
Yeah.
the doctor. Guess what? The doctors have insurance. The insurance is getting this
They
this
don't give a
lawsuit.
damn.
You can't reverse
Yeah.
sterility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, you can.
That you,
You
you just can't do that. Yeah.
either you cut your balls off, you cut your stick and balls off, or you have put so much hormones in your body, female hormones, that your sticking balls don't know that they're sticking balls anymore. You can't reverse that.
True.
Yeah.
So, in combination with like what the quote unquote authorities and the educators are trying to do, I think it's a combination of that, and it's a combination of weak parents who think that having no spine means they're doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Have you seen the way a lot of children speak to their parents now? I saw this
Mhm.
girl, she was talking to her mother, right? And she had a video on YouTube. I might share the videos with you guys one of these days, but she's talking to her mother and she's like, "Oh, me and my mother, we have the best relationship." She's like, Mom, hurry up. God. Mom, you're so embarrassing. You're so annoying. Yes. Yes, take us to the mall. Mom, you need to come pick us up now. Now, I know a lot of people, me just saying those words, people are like, "Oh, that's not that bad."
That
Do
is.
you know that the kind of disrespect that
Mm-hmm.
is to even have, first of all, that tone, the tone, the
Yeah.
the the constant air breathing out heavy. I mean, those kind of things we used to get backhanded for.
I was gonna
Now,
say, yeah,
Hey,
a
how
lot
about
of these
shut the
kids have
fuck
never,
up, kid?
a lot of these kids have never been forced to eat a bar of fucking Dove soap, and it shows.
true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
I
that
know,
have,
Irish
I
Spring
have.
and
I've
those
N-
eaten a
tortillas.
lot. I've eaten Ivory. I've eaten Dove. I've eaten some
Yeah.
brands.
Never felt
Irish-
a belt in their
Irish
lives.
Spring.
Island Green. No, but the thing is, like, okay, so think about it. It's not even about the words, it's about the tone. And this is another thing that kids aren't learning anymore. Kids aren't learning the tone. It matters more than the words oftentimes. The way you talking.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it translates into schools as well. I mean, the kids are talking the same way to the teachers. The teachers, they call the teachers by the first name now in school. Have you guys noticed that too?
Yeah, that's
Your friends.
more
Go ahead,
Marxist shit,
Aaron.
though.
I need an A on my test.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, "Hey, yo, Aaron, teacher Aaron."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's more Marxist shit, though. That's let's break down the barriers between you and me. You and me are really the same. See, we're all cogs in the same machine, kind of bullshit. That's what that
Wow.
is.
You think
but,
so? You think that's what it is?
Mm-hmm.
100%, 100%.
Yep.
Like
I
trying to
think
make
this.
people think that they're equal on equal footing?
I think. Well, I think it's to get them in a certain mindset that we're all on the same level and we all serve the state.
Oh.
That's what I think it is. I mean, this is all goes along with the transing minors, the talking them into being homosexual, which again, you're not breeding.
Yep. The
Feeding them all kinds of
decimation of the
poisons and
nuclear
stuff, so
family.
that if that
Yep.
doesn't take, then they'll be chemically sterilized, but just through the foods that they fucking consume. I think all of this ties into the same exact agenda. It's all about population control and management.
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
always been.
Yep.
I'm getting a little SITV here. Sorry, guys.
But I mean, that's been a well-established fact, though. I mean, in fact, I think there was even a news report about them putting stuff in the food to sterilize people.
No.
Really?
Yeah, a few years
Like-
ago.
Well, it's the same way they started injecting cattle with certain vaccines a couple of years ago because people weren't taking it willingly. So they were like, fine, we'll put it in your fucking food.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And fun fact, those particular vaccines have led to an increased sterility rate in women.
God dang it. Yes, we know that because Bill Gates worked in it.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates is the one.
Bill Gates is one of them. He's not the only one, not by a long shot, but
Mhm.
certainly on board with it. Yeah.
I think
He,
he's one
he
of the.
does like to island hop.
Well, that
Well,
too.
he al-
Oh, isn't he the one who gave STDs to his wife?
Yep.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. probably.
Allegedly.
I tend to look more at the things that he's doing that are actually fucking over the rest of us. Like when he introduced malaria-infected mosquitoes into the wilds of Florida to see what would happen, which he admitted to. The fact that he wants to seed the atmosphere with silicate particulates to reflect sunlight back out into space, so that we don't have enough sunlight to grow fucking crops here on Earth.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't done yet, but he wants to.
He's buying up a bunch of farmland too. So, but hold on, real quick, Sam, before you digress even more. But you see how this article on a sterility drug and food is hinted. Biologist stresses need to curb population growth. The date of this article is November 25th, 1969.
Wow.
This wasn't even an article I was talking
Mhm.
about. 1969.
Can you imagine?
I mean,
I mean,
yeah.
if that was something back then, imagine now.
Well, I don't
Fun
think the
fact,
idea is new at all. They've just their methods are more sophisticated now.
Bill Gates is now the largest landowner in the United States.
Yeah, we know.
Next to China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farmland.
Yep.
I wonder if there's some kind of connection.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
100%. Like you remember a couple years ago when all of those food processing plants where they had like cows and chickens just spontaneously combusting for no fucking reason, and milk of all things.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know, just it's all burning down. All these food processing plants, all these places where we get the majority
Oh,
of the
how
food that we ship out
strange.
to America. All of that was being shut down. It was happening the world over, but like
Yeah.
80 some odd % of the incidences were in the contiguous United States.
Yeah. And as far as and tell you how stupid Bill Gates is, you could buy up all the farmland that you want, but the government has something called eminent domain.
That only matters if they're working against him.
That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. It depends on who's in the White House.
I think it has. I think it honestly it depends more on who's in Congress than it does in the White House.
Regardless.
I think Sam
You
deserves a
mentioned the
shout out
point.
there
The
because
point. Hold on,
he's.
Abe. Hold on. The point that I'm making is that he can go and buy up all that land if he wants to. It can still be taken from him.
Sure, it can.
That's
But
the
you know what
point that I'm
in
happens?
making.
theory.
You know what happens when they eminent domain land? They never give it back, and it never gets used for anything again, except for whatever government. I mean, Teddy Roosevelt is responsible for the largest government land grab in history with
Wyoming.
his parks and monuments program. Yeah. About 78% of all of the land in Wyoming, including the water and mineral rights, are owned by the United States government and have been since then. And they are never giving that shit back. And it's not just Wyoming. That's from my own state, you know, obviously. But like, you know, when they eminent domain stuff, they just sit on it. They hide missiles out there. That's about it.
I just want to acknowledge this because for me it's so odd. That is the first time, Sam, I've ever heard an American use the word contiguous in a sentence.
Really? I've heard it several times.
Ever.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I realize most of the time I just say the lower 48, but yeah.
Hey,
I've said it before.
Hey, you want to hear something that's even more rare? I've never up until about a year or two ago, I've never heard of somebody going to sleep, getting up sleepwalking, and ordering a parachute and buying a parachute online.
Go, listen, go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. I haven't done that anymore.
Look, this is a place of firsts, people.
The sleep shopping.
Deal with
oh,
it.
gosh.
I haven't done that anymore, actually. Oh, actually, no, I lie. I did buy coffee, and I didn't know that I bought it, but it's arriving
But
tomorrow.
that's sensible, though. That's
Nice.
a sensible purchase.
Yeah, that is something. And
Nice.
I don't remember buying it, so that.
But
didn't
here's the
happen.
thing, though. With your funds, you're lucky that you didn't wake up and walk outside and be like, "Where the hell did this Bentley come from?"
I know. I need to stop doing stuff like that. Just randomly buying stuff. I know it's really bad. No. I haven't done it. I haven't done it anymore, so don't worry. I'm good. What is?
I do be getting concerned about you. Like, what if you sleepwalk and you like in the middle of bloodlust or something while you're sleeping, and you get up and you just fly around and start biting anything? Tires, cats.
You act like I don't have. You act like I don't have standards.
Where's the rabbits?
What rabbits?
Precisely. And you
Where?
were probably
I haven't seen them in a long
you were
time.
probably sleepwalking.
What rabbits?
Yeah, what rabbit?
I never saw
Rabbit.
rabbit. You mean Bugs Bunny? I've never seen any rabbits around here.
I guess.
That's deeper mirror law.
I mean, you guys keep wondering where my animals go. I don't get them for pets.
Well, the crock pot, obviously.
She likes some fresh.
Let's go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Goodbye, everybody. Aaron, there's nothing funny, Aaron. Aaron, there's nothing funny.
Hey, do you have any
Aaron.
more questions?
Bunny
I think
bunny.
we got time for one more.
I think well, I can maybe pass you guys one more question here. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me look it up
Cool.
and see if I have more. Because these are questions that I write down. Just questions that I think about quite often. And I'm glad to have somebody answer the questions for me. So hold on. Oh yeah, here it is. Hookup culture. There is an increase in, as you guys know, in whole activities. But I've noticed that before it used to be that men were the ones who were more promiscuous out there, but it has completely changed to being women. Women now are the most promiscuous. Women are the ones who are exercising their sexuality more freely and openly than men are. There
think I
is
should
a
speak
hookup
on this.
culture. There is a hookup culture out there, and I've seen it a lot where men are no longer uh, they're no longer having to go out there and hunt for women. They just come to them essentially. And I just wanted to ask you all regarding hookup culture. We all know that hookup culture is messing up the playing field for men and women both. It's messing up how we look at each other as a species, as partners, as romantic partners. It's messing up a lot. Do you guys believe that hookup culture will continue on the way it is with now syphilis? There is a branch of syphilis that started in Seattle that has gone rampant, and syphilis cases are on the rise. And hookup culture, do you all believe that hookup culture will continue to be so free and out there with the rise
Yeah.
of STDs like herpes, HIV, and syphilis on the rise?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You guys don't think it will slow down?
No,
Well,
I don't.
here's the thing.
Maybe.
It's syphilis is on the rise in Texas, also, particularly Houston. Those fools are still out there getting busy.
Oh, that's right, there too.
Um, I I don't think that I have noticed a shift in women having buyer's remorse with using your dating sites and things like that. The men have got tired prior to that, but um, as I've watched a lot of the quote unquote really good looking men, even they've said that it's hard to get a date on a dating site because the women have access to you. The site's showing them not just you, but 100 other men in the area. And so they see you, they see another guy, they see another guy, and men are leaning more towards commitment now. And these women are bouncing from guy to guy to guy to guy to guy. And so it's harder for those men to even get noticed by those girls versus a girl could be average looking and she's gonna get somebody's gonna reach out to her if that makes any sense.
That's right.
I unfortunately I think that before I think eventually it will slow down, but by then I think that the consequences were going to be devastating for that, and they're already there depending on the state that you're in. You're in
Well,
Texas.
the
Go ahead.
thing I tell you guys is called super syphilis, and super syphilis is on the rise. Another thing I think it was not super AIDS, but there's another STD that is becoming resistant to treatment. But yeah, super syphilis. there was a case of a man who went to a hospital in Seattle, and that's where I heard it about the first time because it was all over the news. And then also in Houston, Texas, where there's another outbreak, as Larry. But you guys, listen, when HIV became, out there, it did slow down the hookup culture back then. People started
Yeah.
using condoms. People were so afraid, and it did slow down things. Now, the reason I say it's going to slow it down more today is because we have the internet, and a lot of people today are more health conscious. They are more afraid
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I think it will affect the hookup culture. I think women, because
I
they're
think
more
it will.
promiscuous,
Yeah.
because they're more promiscuous than men today, that maybe we're going to notice that less men out there that are willing to dance.
You roboted on that last bit. What?
Oh, I said that I think that less men are going to be willing to dance the horizontal dance with women.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's already happening now. I mean, and really, the men don't really have don't have a choice because women are going for more women. They're going for that top 1%
Mhm.
dream guy, as the saying goes. And most
The
men,
three sexes.
for the most part, most men have become invisible. So
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys right now are involuntarily celibate, and we're not. And so when you talk about incels, to me, incel is taking on a whole new meaning because initially, when that word was created, it was nerdy, weak looking, guys that you were awkward and weird stuff like that. But now you got guys that
Hmm.
that look decent, they dress like they have self respect for themselves, and they make $70,000 a year, and they can't get a date because some girl that makes 40,000 is deciding that he doesn't make enough or he's not
Hey,
tall enough.
Kika Murray.
So,
Mm.
on the topic of super syphilis and resistant strains of STDs, that is certainly on the rise, 100%. It's not the only thing that's on the rise. That actually is indicative of a much, much bigger problem than hookup culture. And basically, what that is we have overused antibiotics and things of that nature to a point now where everything's adapting to it. And there's going to come a point in about,
Yeah.
I'd say, less than 10 years where all of the currently available antibiotics and their derivatives will become completely ineffective and will essentially be back in the fucking dark ages, medically speaking.
Yep.
People are going to start
Wow.
dropping dead of all kinds of infections. Not just the
God.
sexual ones. I think we're going to have
I mean,
a much, much bigger problem than just people hooking up. and spreading
Biological
disease like
factors
that.
aside, I would say that Gen Z and Gen A are far more based than people think.
Oh, they are.
And
They
they're not down for any of this shit.
No, they're not. The
No.
younger kids, they are not having it.
They're
And that's
conservative.
something
Well,
that's
they're
not.
become.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it just seems like the younger generation is going to be more conservative. They're going to become more conservative.
They
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
because they see what's going on. They're
Sure.
looking at the lunacy. I mean, okay, I'll take it back to the State of the Union. Amira, did you see the counter programming that the Democrats put on in the front lawn during the State of the Union? When you have a senator on stage with a bunch of dancing people dressed up as frogs, telling other people that conservatives and Trump supporters are immoral and crazy. These people were dressed up as giant plastic frog suits, and they're from Oregon. I saw them before when the whole siege on the
Frogs?
Oregon ice
Like ribbit?
facility. Yeah.
Frogs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
they're called
misusing
they're
and
called the Oregon
misappropriating the
Frog
Pepe
Brigade.
meme.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But their protest. So what they did was they copied Turning Point USA who had a counter program to the Super Bowl halftime show. So they decided, they're like, oh, we're gonna protest Trump, and we're gonna do this and this, and we're gonna come over, we're gonna do all this great stuff, and you guys need to come out and support. There was a reporter out there that counted all the people that were there, and she said there were 60 people there, and 40 of them were members of the press.
Oh,
When your keynote speaker is one unknown congresswoman and Joy Reid, that's a problem, and a bunch of dancing people dressed up as frogs.
man, this world is just going to
Oh,
shit.
that was just this week. That was just this week.
Yeah, see, that's how they dress up.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
Remember,
I thought you
okay,
were
the
serious.
Portland Ice facility, how they were
They're
basically,
really frogs.
yeah,
Larry, they're
Portland
really
Ice.
frogs.
Listen, the Portland Ice facility, how they were getting attacked by Antifa every night.
Right.
Some of those people out there were members. They were dressed up like this and had
Larry.
bullhorns and stuff, and were throwing things at the ice ages.
Larry, they're
Yes.
freaking frogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they frogs?
I guess being a furry costs too much money for them.
No, I think they're trying to take back the Pepe meme.
Oh, okay. I
What
was
about
like, well,
the
why
folks
are they
to be-
frogs?
I don't think that's it, Sam. I think they're just nuts. I don't think it has anything
No,
to
but
do
this is
with
look.
Pepe.
If you told people in the past, listen, we're gonna have a presidential speech, and during that presidential speech, there's gonna be a bunch of frogs out in the front lawn of the White House. People would think you were on that stuff.
Well, they've got to be on something to be out there doing all that.
I mean, look, Alex Jones is a bit of a prophet, right? Like these are gay frogs.
Don't talk about my uncle. Don't talk about my uncle like that.
These are gay frogs. He's right. They did turn some of the frogs gay.
Frogs are gay. I get it, but
Alex is frog. Oh boy, how humor disarms projection.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they also look a little bit not just like frogs, but like little pot-bellied goblin vampires.
okay. See, that's
Hey.
you see that. Only
Not
you
cross
see
the
that.
line.
Alex
All right.
Jones sees it too.
Aaron, you look, Sam. You're messing up Aaron. You
Right? Look at. You were off to a great start, Sam, but you had to go there.
No,
Every
see,
time.
you're converting her into things that she doesn't need to be.
You know what?
Bring her to the path of
Lou
righteousness.
tried to warn her about us, and she didn't listen.
She's here,
I
isn't
can't
she?
believe I found y'all through Luke Aisley.
Is Lou still? Is she still on hiatus?
I haven't seen her around lately.
Yeah, she must be on vacation because I haven't seen a video pop up or anything. Now I've seen the other lady. I always forget her name.
Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie. I think Maggie put out a video about a month ago. I think it popped up on my newsfeed.
Okay. Well, Maggie streams every Friday. Like I was watching her today, but I think that the like the more relationship stuff, when she does that, it's usually on a Saturday, reviewing Kevin Samuels kind of stuff.
Yeah, there they are. Oh, I want to play this so bad, but we'll probably get hit.
Honestly, I kind of want to see it too.
Sam, what is wrong with you, Sam, today? Well, I do, but okay, Larry, play it, but don't put the
Well, I don't
music.
know if
Some
I
men just
should
want to watch the
because-
world burn.
Well, I don't know if I should though, because this is probably belongs to them. And when you play somebody else's stuff,
As long
they
as you
can
turn
see
off the sound.
No, but I'm saying, but it could attract them to us, to our channel, and start some crap.
Portland.
If you don't have the sound on, it won't.
All right.
If you don't have the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I can make music. Dun, 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 dun,
I am a gummy bear. I am a gummy bear. I am a gummy, 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 gummy bear. Oh yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah, I know the song.
Okay, somebody else do music. Somebody else go.
I have kids. I know the song. I don't know. The only thing that's coming to mind because I said I had kids is Baby Shark. God damn it.
Oh.
Baby frog do 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 do. Baby frog do 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 do.
Baby frog. Baby frog.
I mean, look at
Mommy
this.
frog.
How come
It's
they're all
like,
walking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and Ghostbusters?
Yeah, that, and they're walking like you said. Did you ever see that superhero movie called The Mystery Men?
Yeah.
You see the part where they were walking and Ben Stiller turned around and tried to leave and they wouldn't let it.
Yeah.
with that.
You know what's funny too is these guys would be the same guys who were screaming about ICE wearing masks. Just saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why they're doing this. Maybe that's why they're wearing frogs, because they're tired of ICE being covered.
Yeah.
Aren't they the same animals that you can throw in a cold pot of water and like crank up the heat and they're too stupid to jump out?
Yeah, you can do that with frogs, but most of the time people do that with lobsters.
Yeah.
Lobsters are a little more sensitive to temperature though, so there is screaming.
I have to go.
All right.
Have
Well,
a
we're
good night,
shutting down
honey.
anyway. We've come to the
See you later,
show
Mary.
anyway.
Bye.
All righty.
All right, thanks
All
for
right,
coming.
let's go around. Aaron, we'll start with you.
I am Erin. You can find me here on Fridays and Saturday in the chat. That's my outro.
Okay. Abe.
You'll find me on the pub in about 20 minutes. You can find me everywhere else. Abe's gonna get you. Thanks for the birthday wishes, folks. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Go get a spanking.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right. As for me, sure, Amira's gonna go live tomorrow, so you can catch me in the chat there. And you can catch us right here next week on Abyssal Musings. We'll do some tweaking. Abe, I need that character sheet back from you because we're gonna start.
Okay.
We are going to start the game next week, and the name of the first case file is the Barbary Falcon.
Okay.
Like a bird that cuts people's hair?
No, it's a Moroccan falcon.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
sort of a play because Malta's in that area. Too.
Yeah, it's a play on the Maltese falcon.
Indeed.
It's a book and a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron.
Okay. What? Did I miss something? I'm sorry.
No, if you haven't seen it, go watch The Maltese Falcon. It's an excellent film.
Oh, okay. Okay. The only Maltese I know about are those disgusting candy things.
Gotcha. Oh, I forgot to
Maltesers?
tell you. I forgot to tell you, by the way. So, Aaron, Sam gave me his character sheet. ChatGPT kept trying to give him a shoulder injury.
So Clifton.
Like
what?
It kept trying to give his character a shoulder injury. He didn't mention. He had no mention of any kind of injuries to his character, and it kept trying to give him a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
It was funny. I had to fight with. I was like, take the injury off, and then his agility, it gave him like a 5, and I was like, his character trains in Sambo and Muay Thai. There's no way his agility is a 5.
I mean,
I tried to give myself bad knees, but apparently that doesn't fly in.
Your scores when I put that thing in just to see what it do, those scores were low. I was like, Aaron's gonna get shot. She's gonna get killed the first time she gets into it with somebody.
Yeah.
But it came out well. I mean, it gave you like $1,500 cash and gave you a little credit line. Didn't give you no crypto though. It gave me and Aaron some crypto, but not you, Sam.
Oh no, I know. I was going for the whole like broke down on his luck fucking private eye thing, and it actually gave me more than I put in.
Well, that's because I had to take out the stuff that there's a lot of stuff that you filled out that you weren't supposed to. and that's my fault.
To be fair, I was trying to make it work on my phone, and the PDF thing was like kind of twitchy, so I had to correct a couple of fields because it kept every time I'd hit like certain keys, like fucking backspace, it would just erase a whole fucking line.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
Yeah.
Well, at the start, we're all living at the agency headquarters anyway. Since the benefactor, whose name is it just goes by the letter A, who is our patron, our mysterious patron. We don't know if A is male or female, but I'm pretty sure we can all guess who A is.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna come out pretty good. I think it's gonna be a good story to start. And of course, like I said, the HQ, I made sure there's an RPG aspect, so of course we can upgrade stuff and upgrade the headquarters, or you get to the point where if you want to move out and get your own place, you can do that. So I made sure that the program is as realistic as possible, but still with some grounded fantasy elements, not fantasy, but just it's a game. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one.
I also would like to point out that Lawrence kind of backdoored me into pen and paper.
No,
despite my known aversion to this.
No, the A that I'm talking about, Old Blondie, just left the panel.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess Sam, I guess you're last.
Yeah. Next thing up, Beelzebub Pub here in about 14 minutes or so, give or take. So catch us over on Beelzebub Devil's Channel. For that, we've got Screaming Into the Void tomorrow afternoon. I will be probably over on Amir's channel if and when she goes live tomorrow night. I haven't decided yet. It'll either be after that tomorrow night or it'll be on Monday night. But we are starting a new game on the channel. We're going to start up with Stellar Blade. Heard good things. I don't mind the character model.
Nice.
We're going to check it out. But again, I haven't decided yet if that's going to. I still got to make a whole new thumbnail and everything. That takes time. So it might not be tomorrow night. It might be Monday because I haven't got around to that yet. But anyway, and then actually, I got to check in with Adam too. I don't know if we're doing Stream of Conscious this week or not. We haven't had one in a while because he's been kind of swamped with other projects. So I just say check out the Renaissance Nerds channel. I might show up on there. I might not on Monday. We'll see what happens. And then, yeah. Oh, and Whispering in the Dark will occur next week. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Haven't again made an official decision on that, but it is the end of the month, so we gotta get that rolling as well. Otherwise, we'll be back here next week for more Abyssal Musings, and that's it. That's all we got. Thanks for coming, folks. You guys are awesome. Thanks for having the conversation with us tonight. It was fun. So we'll see you all next time. Be well, and remember, it could always be worse. I don't want to say it again. You could be in Minnesota. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.